Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me sharing with you basically my low buy year update. So for the last quarter, if you didn't watch my video, I was basically telling you guys, and this is basically a series which it is better if you watch every single video, because only when you do would you kind of understand the trajectory of how things have gone throughout this entire year. But in my last low buy year update video, which I basically filmed end of June, beginning of July, somewhere around that time, I told you that for the next 3 months I want to be very cutthroat with my purchases. I only want to buy things which I really need. I'm not going to be getting into like any kind of frivolous spending, that kind of stuff, and of course you can watch that video to know more, but I decided why not let's track all the products which I'm buying throughout the next 3 months, note down the amounts. I also gave myself a budget that I don't want to like I didn't have any strict rules per se, I don't think, but at the same time I was also like I want to spend as less as possible, which clearly I didn't spend a lot, but I still spent more than I should have, or I could have definitely spent lower than this. I know that, and I also have all the products in front of me which I bought and how much I paid each time, and I know some of these purchases could have been prevented. Do I regret any of them? It's tough to say that. So you know what, let's dive right into me sharing with you every single thing that I bought, how much I spent on those things, and which ones could have been prevented and which ones I'm actually glad that I bought. So let's jump right into that, and then towards the end of the video I have a very exciting challenge / announcement, so please stick around for that, because I'm personally very excited about that. So yes, without any further ado, let's jump into it and let's get started. The first thing is I placed this order from My Use Cosmetics in the beginning, I want to say, of July, maybe sometime, or it could have even been like end of July, but maybe I didn't make any other purchases before that. I don't actually have the dates, which maybe next time around I can also have the dates written, so that way I know exactly which month and when I placed that specific order. But I ended up buying 2 liquid lipsticks, and I actually got one for free as well. So I actually got 3 liquid lipsticks. One was the shade Gulabi, which is actually one of the most beautiful shades, I have to tell you, from My Use Cosmetics. There was also Fuljadi, which did not end up working out, but I decluttered that, and my friend who I gave it to actually loves Fuljadi. So I think it is just one of those shades that on certain complexions it works really well, on other complexions it might not work as well. So this is like a 50-50. I don't completely regret it because I ended up loving Gulabi, but then Fuljadi was a fail. So yes, that's like a mixed bag. Okay, then I placed a Nykaa order which had kind of essentials, I want to call it, because I repurchased my Tresemme shampoo, which was important. I bought a leave-in conditioner from Moxie, which did not end up working out, but I did need to get a leave-in conditioner, so that's fine, even though it didn't end up working out. And then I repurchased my eyebrow pencil, which was also very important because that's the eyebrow pencil I'm currently using. Then I repurchased my Joy body lotion. Now this one I could have ended up skipping, even though at that point of time it felt important. The reason being is that I actually did not even open that bottle of Joy body lotion yet, and fun fact, for the past 3-ish months or so I have not been using body lotion at all. My body just doesn't feel as dry anymore. I think it's probably the climate, the weather, the humidity. So yes, I have not been using any body lotion. So yeah, this could have been something I could have prevented. I just didn't know it back then, and also it's not a big amount, it's 299 rupees, and I forgot to mention the Nykaa order I spent about 1100 rupees on. The fourth purchase was actually an impulse buy because I was out at a store with my friend and I ended up swatching a liquid lipstick from Faces, and I ended up loving the shade, loving the shade so much, because I was actually trying to find a dupe at that time for my Miss Claire nude liquid lipstick, which I love the shade of again, but I don't love the formula as much. So when I found this shade, which was basically a dupe for it, not exactly a dupe, I would say alternative replacement, and the formula is quite, I mean, it's much better than Miss Claire, I will say. So yes, I ended up spending 299 rupees on this one as well, which I don't regret at all, because again, like I said, I found a shade that I love, and I have not used this shade a ton, but it was kind of a love at first sight moment, let me tell you that. So yes, that was a win. And then the next one is also a win, because Faye Beauty had an offer going on, and I got 3 liquid lipsticks from them. I think this was also like a spend this much and then you get a free liquid lipstick, and the 2 products which I ended up buying to reach that threshold was also the liquid lipsticks. So that's why I ended up getting 3 liquid lipsticks, which I spent again 1170 rupees on that, and these have also been great. I've been loving the formula of the Faye liquid lipsticks, and these shades actually, I mean the specific shades that I bought ended up working for my mom, my friends. Like we were all having like a Faye Beauty liquid lipstick party at my birthday, because we were all using the same shades, and they also ended up really liking the shades. So yes, I think this was a win, and again, like I said, I've been loving the formula too, so don't regret buying this whatsoever. Then moving on, next I ended up buying something from Be Body Wise. Now this was also like a 50-50 situation, because I bought the sunscreen, which I absolutely am freaking in love with, but I also ended up getting their foot roll-on, which I have not been using it a ton. I just don't grab for or reach for it on an everyday basis, but I need to. So it's just one of those things I have to figure out how to incorporate it in my routine. But yeah, I can't call that one a hit, at least yet. Then I ended up placing another Nykaa order a little bit later. I think it's about a month or so apart-ish. Again, I think having dates would be helpful. Maybe for the next quarter I can keep that in mind. So in this specific order, I bought the Sanfi what is it called, their peeling gel sort of thing, like which people have been using to exfoliate on certain areas. I got it for my feet again. So yes, a lot of feet care happening around this time, and this is also again something which I think I used maybe once or twice, but I have not been using it very regularly. And yeah, my feet are doing better than they were doing earlier, so I feel like that's why I've not been reaching for these products as much. But yes, I need to get more use of out of it since I have bought it. And then I also bought a Nykaa face wash, which again was not a hit, not a miss. It was okay. And then I also bought a tool. So this is actually like a squeezer, I want to call it, like that's what I've written. So this particular product was I've been seeing a lot of videos about it. Basically, so you use it to squeeze out your beauty product tubes. So like whether it is toothpaste, whether it is moisturizer that comes in a tube, whether it is a serum, like anything that comes in a tube, if you want to scrape every last bit of it out, you use this squeezer tool. So I got that. And by the way, I forgot to tell you the amounts on a lot of the things. So the Faces Beauty liquid lipstick was 299 rupees. The Faye Beauty liquid lipsticks costed me about 1180. I think those two I mentioned. Post that, Be Body Wise was 780 rupees. The Nykaa order with the squeezer was about 600 rupees. So yes, pretty inexpensive. Didn't spend too much money on that. Then Be Blunt, I ended up finding a coupon on Cred actually, which I use like to make certain payments and even for UPI sometimes, because they had a great rewards program earlier. They don't any longer. Now I think Bheem UPI is a little bit better in terms of the rewards, just in case you're wondering. So yes, Be Blunt, I found a buy one get one coupon, so I ended up buying a hair mask and the Be Blunt orange color bottle of the leave-in conditioner hair cream, basically of sorts. So yes, like I mentioned earlier, the Moxie leave-in conditioner did not really work out that well for me, so I was looking for a new leave-in conditioner. So I figured let me just buy these two from Be Blunt. And the leave-in conditioner I have been using, I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. And the hair mask I haven't even opened, so yes, this is also like a 50-50 situation. Then I got then Dot & Key had their buy one get one offers, so I didn't actually buy a ton. By the way, the Be Blunt order was 475 rupees. That's what I paid for it. Like I said, again, buy one get one, so I didn't pay too much. The Dot & Key purchase, like I said, had the 2 face washes. I didn't buy anything else from the buy one get one sale, so I got the Lime Sports face wash and I got the Mango face wash. Now the Lime Sports one I wish I hadn't bought, because that one is more of a creamy face wash, so again fail, and it's gonna end up getting decluttered. But the Mango face wash I have used only once so far and I don't hate it. I like it. Like, I like the formula in general. It's more about the scent. I think that's the only thing that is different between all the different Dot & Key face washes. Apart from that, the formula is more or less the same. Then post this, I placed a lot of orders which could have been skipped, so let me talk about all of them together. First, I bought something from Dot & Key. I spent 286 rupees on. Moving on, I bought 3 perfumes from Arabian Aroma. This is a brand which I discovered on Instagram. So all the next purchases I actually made for a video, which I would like to call my Instagram made me buy it video, because all these purchases were influenced from Instagram. And yes, filming the video was really fun. Trying on these products was also really fun, but could I have avoided these purchases? For sure. So all the remaining purchases I'm going to categorize in I'm glad I bought them, but I could have skipped them as well. So Arabian Aroma, I bought 3 perfumes, all dupes basically for designer perfumes. So one is a dupe for Hypnotic Poison, one is a dupe for Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, and one is a dupe of Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. Then I discovered this brand called Blah Blee Blue, which I spent 400 rupees to get the discovery set with 6 perfumes, I believe. And the Arabian Aroma order with the 3 dupe perfumes costed me around 1410 rupees. And this one also had a buy 2 get 1 free sale going on. That's why I spent 1400 rupees. Otherwise, I would have spent even more. Then I bought the not travel size. I'm not going to call it travel size, because later on I discovered that these lipsticks are actually not available in full sizes, but they have like a mini set of 10 liquid lipsticks from Parul Garg Beauty, which I spent 990 rupees on. And this was actually something I'm really glad that I bought, because I ended up trying out the formula, which I really love. But yes, now I'm not going to be able to buy any of the shades in full sizes, so that I'm a little bit disappointed by. Then I also bought the Tipsy Beauty like fragrance discovery set, basically, of all their fragrances for 817 rupees. And the last purchase of this for this specific video, like the Instagram made me buy it video, was the Muse Beauty discovery set. And I bought 2 discovery sets, each have 10 fragrances, so like 20 different fragrances, which I got for 1078 rupees. So I think I ended up spending about, I wanna say, I'm doing the mental math while I have the amounts in front of me, about 4,000 to 5,000 rupees could have easily been skipped from this specific video, like from the past quarter basically. So I could have easily saved about 5,000 rupees, which I really wish I did, but I didn't. So yes, that's now money gone, that's not coming back. Then our next order was from Innovist. Now I wanted, like, they had the buy one get one offer, and I wanted to get the moisturizer from them, which I did end up getting, and I do really like it, apart from the scent. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's got like a sandalwood scent to it. I wish it was fragrance free, but yes, the product in itself is otherwise a hit, and that is also something I needed, because I mean, technically I still had my Dot & Key moisturizer, so did I really need it? No, but I really wanted to try it out. So that's not exactly like a regret. And because the buy one get one offer was going on, I figured let me get something else, which anyways I'm going to need, which is their underarm roll-on. So I bought a restock of that, and I spent 426 rupees on that. Moving on, next I bought the moisturizer and sunscreen from Dr. Sheth's. Now these are 2 of the newer products. They're moisturizing creams in the different active variants. Like there's the Centella Niacinamide one, there's the Ceramide and Vitamin C one, there's the Kesar and Kojic Acid one. So I got the Kesar and Kojic Acid moisturizing cream with the Ceramide and Vitamin C oil-free sunscreen. So now they have a newer formula of sunscreens, which is their oil-free sunscreens. So I bought those 2 when Dr. Sheth's had that buy one get one offer going on, and I spent 475 rupees on that. our last couple of orders from Pilgrim, I got the eyeliners when their buy one get one offer was going on. I just needed a restock and a back stock of that because I was running out. So I spent 295 rupees on that. I also bought some things from Mars Cosmetics when they had their sale going on. This was also a buy two get one free, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure, but I spent about 800 rupees on that. I got the loose powder, which I wanted to anyways get because I was running low on loose powders in my collection, and I ended up getting the oil blotter as well from them, which ended up being a really cool product. And the last thing was their mousse lipsticks, which I've been seeing everywhere on Instagram. So I wanted to do another Instagram made me buy it video, which I'm actually in the process of filming. I just need to obviously get more things to make that video, but I'm not going to be buying a lot of more things right now because clearly you can tell I've been buying a lot of stuff. So yes, I did film some footage for that, and this is going to be one of the things in that video. Spoiler. And then the last order, which I very recently placed, in fact the order just came in yesterday, again from Nykaa, where I ended up repurchasing the Garnier Micellar Water. I also got an Earth Rhythm liquid lipstick. I got this from Earth Rhythm, which is their SPF moisturizer, and I ended up getting, what else did I end up getting? Was that it? I want to say there was one more thing which I can't think about. No, I think that was it. I think I got a free product from Nykaa, apart from buying all of these things. So I spent a total of 1644 rupees on all of those. I should check because I have a feeling that I am missing one more product. So I'm gonna check what that one product was that I got from Nykaa, which I'm missing. But yes, that is everything that I ended up getting, and I want to tell you how much I ended up spending in total. So let me figure out the Nykaa product. Yes, I remembered. So the final thing which I ended up getting, and the reason I couldn't remember is because I didn't buy it for myself. I actually bought it for my mom. So I bought the Nykaa Naturals aloe vera gels. So Nykaa Naturals also had like a buy one get one sale going on, along with Earth Rhythm, which also had a similar sale going on. So I ended up buying 2 tubes of the aloe vera gel because she asked for it, and I was going to buy the Plum one actually, but apparently Plum has discontinued their aloe vera gels, like the ones that used to come either in the tub or in the tube. They are no longer selling that now, which is actually kind of weird. I should probably check that too. I mean, I already did check, but that was not available. So that's the reason I ended up just buying like any other brand which is actually available. So oh, so this is available on Amazon, but it's not available on their own website. That is weird. Anyway, so I'm gonna figure that out later, but I wanted to tell you how much I ended up spending in total in the past 3 months. So when I totaled up all my purchases, in total I spent 14,057 rupees on all these 19 different orders that I have placed. Now, could I have spent less than this? Clearly, I could have. Like I told you, there were certain purchases which I could have avoided, and there were certain things which I did buy, which I maybe needed to buy, but that didn't end up working out for me. So that's also kind of like a loss in its own way. But now I wanted to discuss with you what is going to be the trajectory for the next 3 months, because that's the exciting part. Now, I was thinking long and hard as to what to do. How do I make the next 3 months, which is going to be very, very hard, by the way, to be on a low buy and no buy and not spend like a lot of money, because I can already see that there are so many brands coming out with different kind of sales, festive offers, discounts, etc. but I know that in terms of my beauty, I'm pretty sorted in every single category. In fact, I have more than I need, specifically in categories like perfume, categories like lipsticks also, in fact. Then there are certain categories like maybe loose powder, like once I go through my Mars loose powder which I recently bought, I am going to repurchase that. But then other categories like eyeliner, I know for a fact I'm not going to need any new eyeliners till 2026 because I've already bought all the backstock that I need. Sunscreens are also one category where I feel like I have a lot. Some of the categories where I might be buying stuff, like for example shower gel. I know I've not bought any shower gel this entire year, which is why I'm going to be depleting my existing collection, and I'm going to be out of all my shower gels probably in a month or two, maybe by November or December. So we still have time, it's not like we don't, but eventually I'm going to have to make those purchases, I know that. So I was thinking long and hard as to what to do, how to keep myself in check. So I decided to come out with a challenge, and this is going to be based on the amount of money that I'm spending. So for the next 3 months, I'm going to give myself 2 goals. Okay, so I either hit the first goal or I definitely hit the second goal. If I don't hit either of the 2 goals, it's going to be very, very disappointing, and I at least want to hit one goal, if not both the goals. So the first goal is to be spending 10,000 rupees or less, which clearly in the past 3 months I could have easily done if I stayed away from not spending on things which I could have easily passed on, which were not essentials or necessities. I was just doing it for content. So I know that this is not going to be something that's difficult whatsoever. I can definitely spend less than 10,000 rupees in the next 3 months, because clearly, like I said, I don't need a lot of things. I do need a few things in certain specific categories, and those are the only categories I'm going to allow myself to spend money on, because again, like I said, I have a budget and I want to stick to that budget and I don't want to exceed my budget. So yes, if I spend 10,000 rupees or less, I have a specific thing in mind which I'm going to buy, which I'm going to splurge on. It's not really a splurge actually, because that does not cost a lot of money, but if I do it, then this is something I'm going to gift myself with as a reward for myself. And I'm not going to tell you right now what that thing is, because I want to keep it under wraps just until the end of the year. But yes, on the 1st of January we will reevaluate, see how much money I have spent, and if I spend 10,000 rupees or less, so basically 9999 or less, then I will gift myself this specific thing, and of course I will tell you what that is on 1st of January. The second goal, and this one is going to be way more difficult. I think I can still do it, because when I look at all my purchases which I've made in the past 3 months, we could have been more cutthroat than what I was. So yes, the second goal is if I spend 5,000 rupees or less, so basically 4,999 or less, then I will give myself another reward. So basically, for the bigger, like for the more difficult goal, I have a bigger reward which I have in mind that I will buy myself, and this is more expensive than the earlier one. So yes, if we do more difficult things, we get bigger rewards. That was my whole philosophy with. Okay, I got cut off somewhere in the middle when I was saying that if I reach my goal of spending 5,000 rupees or less, I will obviously give myself the bigger, like bigger prize, but I will also give myself the smaller prize too. So if I hit the bigger goal, I get 2 prizes, not just one. And even if I hit the smaller goal, like 10,000 rupees or less, I still get the small prize. So basically, the more harder things you do, the better rewards you get. That's the entire philosophy that I'm going with. And I definitely think 10,000 is achievable. For sure, like not 10,000. 10,000 or less is achievable, but I'm really striving for the bigger prize. I'm going to be completely honest and say that. So yes, that is the exciting part that I want to keep for the end of the video. And yes, fingers crossed I'm able to do it. I want to aim to get both the prizes. So we will be on a very, very, very strict no buy, low buy situation for the next 3 months, and I'm going to do an update on this obviously by 1st of January, and similar to this video where I told you all the purchases that I made, why I made those purchases, what I bought, how much money I ended up spending. And next time around I'll also tell you on what date I placed a specific order, so that way I'm able to track that too. So yes, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very, very fun. Today is actually the 1st of October when I'm sitting down and filming this. So yes, today onwards I'm going to be tracking every single beauty purchase for the next 3 months, and we'll see how it goes. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and let me know if you are doing something similar, like a no buy low buy situation, or do you give yourself like a monthly budget or maybe a quarterly budget like I am doing a quarterly budget. Let me know. I would love to know, but that's gonna be it. I gotta go now, rush to work. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, bye guys. Bye bye.